tea. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. So what kind you mean? Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. And the bird knows your tune. Then a little voice inside you whisper.
Sure, I'm looking forward to this vacation, aren't you, honey?
Huh?
The vacation, dear. It's gonna be just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, honey. Whatever you want.
Are you even listening to me?
Well, truthfully, this is our first trip with the new Constitution. And it feels like we haven't packed everything we need. It's like we left something behind.
Oh dear, you worry too much. I'm sure the founding fathers have thought of everything. Benjamin is so dreamy.
But that's just it. How could we possibly think of everything? I mean, after all, it's a huge country. 13 whole states. Hundreds of miles. All kinds of people. How do you think they could think of everything?
Hey, Pops.
I don't know, honey. Times change.
What, like the loss of your hair?
But anyways, the words in that Constitution are what they are, and they cannot be changed.
Like how I can't change the fact that I married you?
I'm just a bald guy.
Hey, yo, Baldy.
Oh, great. Now you. What do you want?
I bet if General Washington had a bunch of flying machines, we could have beat the British quicker, don't you think?
That's the dumbest thing I have ever heard of. There's no such thing as flying machines. Mr. Jones says it's science fiction. Everyone knows people can't fly.
Maybe Mr. Jones is just ignorant. Most of them are, you know? Wait, are you talking about Old Man Jones?
Nah, Albert Jones, the cool one.
Now children, don't talk that way about your elders. Everyone knows that teachers don't know everything.
I'll say.
But they do know a lot. I can't believe that old man is still working there.
No, our son has a point. In fact, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Good job, son.
What point, Daddy? Josh never has a point.
I hate you.
I'm talking about the Constitution and leaving something out. If they were flying machines, George Washington would have been able to use them.
Why don't you ask him? He's standing right there.
President Washington.
That's me.
He looks like Benjamin.
I know, right?
I'm George. So, you're worried that our new constitution leaves things out. That maybe what we've written doesn't provide what we need in the country. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
Well, actually, we thought of that. Isn't that right, Hamilton?
Why? Yes, of course we did. Do you see this flying machine? Or some smart people like me would call it an airplane?
We would have had a whole force of them.
An Air Force?
Yes, like an Air Force.
But you can't. The Constitution only says you can only have an army and a navy.
Sweetheart, don't talk back to the president.
But she's right, dear.
Are you arguing with me?
What's with the women in this house?
Yes, indeed, she is. But the Constitution also says something else.
It does?
Yes, right in Article 1, at the end of Section 8. Here.
What does Section 8 do?
Well, if you listen to Mr. Jones, the cool one, you know that in Section 8 of the Constitution, it lists all of our new federal government's powers.
This would be a really good time for all of you to act like you're paying attention and find Article 1 of Section 8.
We're talking about the very last section. Go ahead, we'll wait.
Just make sure you're paying attention.
As I was saying, right there at the end of Section 8, it says the national government, Congress has the power.
To make all laws necessary and proper for bringing into execution the foregoing powers.
You guys sure do talk funny. What does that even mean?
Let's ask the nation's leading lawyer, the Attorney General.
Yes, Mr. President.
Looks like.
Just shut up.
Bald.
Mr. Attorney General, could you please explain to these fine people what the necessary and proper clause means?
Why, of course, Mr. President. You see, when the Constitution was written, we put all the powers of the national government in Article 1, Section 8.
What about the 13 states?
Like the great state of Virginia.
You're embarrassing yourself. Don't they get any power?
Why, yes, any power not given to the federal government belongs to the states.
So even though it only specifically mentions an army and a navy, you could also have an air force?
But you see, that's where the necessary and proper clause comes in. In Section 8 lists a lot of important powers.
Like making post offices.
Or coining money. I bet one day they'll make money with our picture on it.
But it also says if doing something not on the list would be necessary and proper, then the federal government can do that too.
It does?
Because Section 8 says the government has the power to provide for a nation's common defense.
And an Air Force would be necessary and proper to defending our country.
I still don't get it.
I'm not surprised.
Well, let my U.S. attorneys help you out.
If I was your Las Casa stretch you all out, I can make a national bank in order to carry, borrow the constitutional powers of regulating. I got money on my hands that I really like to blow swag, swag, swag on you. Chilling by the France while we wait for the land. Thomas knows he doesn't have the power to buy all that land, but securing the roots is the best interest of the citizens. So say hello to Louisiana, purchasing 3, 2 swag. I'd like to be everything you want. Hey trade, let me talk to you. If I was your last cause, I always stretch you out. Keep you on the interstate. I'll regulate the transportation as well. I can be a gentleman, anything you want. If I was your elastic cause, I'd never let you go. I'd never let you go.
Did that help, my young man?
Sure did, General Washington.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And there, so you have it, the necessary and proper clause.
Also known as the elastic clause,
Because it stretches the powers of the federal government
letting it add things to the powers listed in Section 8.
as long as it is
Necessary and proper.
What was that?
A cry for help.
I cry for please.
Okay, Diego, can you
Please for
not be laying on the wall?
Alright, ready?
1, 2, 3, and...
And so there you have it, the necessary and proper clause.
Also known as the elastic clause,
Because it stretches the powers of the federal government.
letting it add things to the powers listed in Section 8.
What the fuck are you waiting for,
Read.
Diego?
Damn.
That's not me, that's Josh!
All these lines are...
Ooh, you've been reading Josh the whole time?
Oh,
So you-
Okay.